G'day, g'day, g'day. It's Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday, because yesterday was Monday, clarify purpose. And today we're going to talk about strengthening habits. How cool. Yeah, so I've had some great habits in the past and not so great. What I've identified is I've watched a lot of movies in my life and I love symbolism. I love connecting ideas and stories so they can all come together. Now I'm going to talk about a lot of stuff, but I'm going to look at Jim Carrey movies, the comedian. And I know a lot of Jims and Jameses and Jim Bobs and Jimmys, Jimmy Barnes. Yeah, he's tired of being a working class man too. But Jim Carrey, he wore a mask. As a comedian, as an actor, who knows? Hang around to find out more. Simply say g'day.
Do you feel like there's never enough time in the day? Are you struggling to switch off from work, the internet, and social media? It's time to reconnect with family, friends, colleagues, and most importantly, yourself. Join the Be More Social Daily Challenge. Just 10 minutes a day to recharge, gain more energy, and enjoy what matters most. Let's begin.
Jimmy Carrey, the mask. Yeah, what telling stories that is. Is it a biblical story? Is it a religious story? Are we talking about humanity and the masks we all wear? Is that a good habit? It's questionable. Is it judgmental? I'm not too sure about that. I'm not a fan of judgmental, unless you're a court judge. But Jim Carrey or Jimmy Barnes, they were tired of being working class men. They became comedians to laugh. They became the actors to become storytellers. And you put on a mask and it's green. What does green mean? Is green for good or is green for envy and jealousy or shame? Who's hiding behind that mask? Is it Jim Carrey, the guy who wants to be more? Or is it the bad guy who puts on that mask and becomes an evil villain? Or is it the mask that's evil? Or does the mask allow you to live? Evil, live. Evil, live. It sounds religious again, but I'm talking about a 1990s movie. So are movies made in Hollywood religious? That's for you to decide. But let's look at some other movies. Yes Man. And what does yes man mean in society? Are they the ones that rise through the ranks, that get those promotions when they say yes? Or is a yes man someone who is agreeable and wants to move forward and be more? Or is a no man or a nomad, are they lost or are they stopping? Because no can often mean no. But does stop mean red or go means green? So is the mask go and the yes man go or no? Because red might mean love or passion. So are these habits around colours or movies or actors or masks? They all tie in together to me. But some people see religion, they hear God, they hear judgment, they hear envy and jealousy. If that serves you, fantastic. What serves me is being more of what I want to be, allowing others to be more of what they want to be. Yes, 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 I agree. Why is it so many people disagree? Why do they say, Danny, you don't know what you're talking about? Well, I know what I know. I know what I don't know, and I'll never know what I don't know I don't know. Why does that scare people? Does it make them happy? Does it make them sad? I don't know, because I don't know what I don't know. But that is cultivating awareness. That's Thursday's challenge. Today is about strengthening habits and reflecting on the bigger purpose. So what's my bigger purpose, you say, as you look at Be More Social? What does that mean? It means putting down the phone. It means, yeah, social media can be great, but it's a connection tool. It's not a disconnection tool. You don't want to disconnect from society. You don't want to disconnect from life by using these tools. Use these tools to allow you to disconnect from your job, from the things you don't want to do, so you can be more of who you want to be. That's what I love doing. I tell a story for 10 to 15 minutes a day. It is a story. A lot of it I make up. A lot of it is fiction. However, a lot of it is truth, because it's tied back to the people I've met, the feelings I've had, and the thoughts that I do. And where has that got me? To God's country, the Gold Coast. Is it religious? I don't know. I played football in Belrose in Sydney, and we called Lionel Watts, the oval we played on, God's country, because we just love being part of a team. We were social. We went to training 2 nights a week. We went to the pub after training. We went out together as a team on Friday nights and Saturday nights, often too late, and it cost us games. But we weren't there to win. We were there to socialise. We were there to be mates. And then we go back to our day jobs, the grind, the wheel, the Truman Show, of being watched by everyone, by hitting that wall when you're sailing through the ocean. There's no flow there. He couldn't have been sailing because there can't be a current when there's a wall blocking it. It's still water in a pond. It's only when you drop something in it that it can be more. A little ripple, a wave, an ocean that surrounds all of us. Is it biblical, or is it a movie? Is it a piss take? Is it someone in Hollywood laughing at us or laughing with us? I see these stories everywhere. What else have we got? There was one, liar, liar. Oh, he finds a relationship with his son, I believe, when he stops lying and he's true to himself and he becomes more of a real man. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Tell the truth and you'll be set free. Freedom is what we search, not security. We don't want to take risks because security is a 9-to-5 job that you spend 70 hours working on. The government laughs at you. I remember clips of Carrey in a courtroom telling the judge, why wouldn't I pay an accountant, an expert who knows the tax law, when the Australian government are saying you don't have to pay tax if you have someone who can teach you the tax laws. But people don't understand that because they want the cheapest way out. They only want to pay as little as possible or do the tax themselves. Well, if you're a tax accountant, why aren't you doing very, very well at your job? And I'm not having a go at the tax accountants. I'm having a go at the people that do their own tax audits. Hire the best accountant you can, because then you won't have to pay as much tax. You receive it all back, or find a better job. Go live somewhere that might be cheaper to live. And I don't mean a cheaper place. I mean somewhere out on the land where you can grow your own food. You don't have to drive. You don't need petrol. All those things that you think you need, do you really need them? There's a housing crisis. Why? We're all on the outskirts of the coast. We want to live there. So there's a price you have to pay. You live in concrete jungles. You're not using the land. You're not walking on grass. Your animals are going homeless because they don't like walking on concrete. They don't like their wee and poo being picked up after them because that is designed for the earth. But we can't leave it in the earth at the moment because of all the toxic foods that we eat and we give to our pets. So our pets are saying, please give us natural foods. Tell me this, why does the RSPCA exist in Australia? There's enough vegans and vegetarians that care about animals. What about the homeless pets? Do you have pets? I don't understand this. Every vegan and vegetarian should have a pet. But is that wrong because you're putting an animal in captivity? That's what a city is. That's what a fenced property is. It's captivating. And these movies, they captivate audiences. You're staying hemmed in. Now, is this empowering to me? Yes, because I'm forming better habits to give myself and my family freedom. I just do it a different way. I don't do it the way English-speaking people do. I do it through different languages. If you want to learn those languages, join the Daily Challenge. Because today is strengthening habits. And if you find a problem with strengthening habits, that's a habit. If you find a problem with clarifying your purpose, why? If you don't want to elevate your language, what are you talking to yourself about? If you're unaware, where's your focus? And if you don't truly know how to embrace learning, you will never understand how to share freely. They're the challenges. If you don't quite understand yet, drop me a comment. Let me know how you feel. Did you like this video? Did you like another movie about Jim Carrey? Did you like the one where he played that part where he was the comedian with the moustache who just used to get on stage and offend everyone? Again, another piss take. We have comedians today who are trying to shed light and make people smile, and people get offended. Great. If you don't like the comedy, don't turn up. Allow them to be, because they find it funny. I find this stuff absolutely hilarious. And I'm pretty confident there'll be people who'll cut this up and share whatever they want to share. Great. If you want to have a conversation about it, I will. I just don't debate. Because to me, that's unholy. Because I assign it to masturbation. And I was taught when I was forced to go to private school that that's not right. That's bad. That's a sin. And I need to pay for my sins. And I need to pay for forgiveness. So if you want to debate, I forgive you. That's just not for me. So what's the sharing like? Strengthen your habits. Understand your purpose. Why am I here? To be more social. What habits am I forming? Walking down the promenade every day for at least an hour. And you know how much it costs? An hour of my time and energy and pips. And a few people we talk to. And we love it. So if you've got time and energy to spare, an hour, half an hour, 10 minutes, come on down. I'll share time and energy with you. Hopefully we'll walk away with more time and energy. But some people, they feel like I drain their time and energy. If you're one of them, why are you watching this video now? Because the message is, be more social and form the habit and simply say g'day.
Thanks for listening as we take on the Be More Social challenge. Join Danny Crouch tomorrow as he shares his journey, and we hope you'll join in too. Drop a comment below. Tell us how it's going, ask questions and share your insights. Find more details in the description or at chooseyourchapter.com.au. Let's make time, boost energy, and aim to be more social today.